Hey y'all, welcome back. Hey y'all. Uh-oh. Let me turn my volume down. Welcome back to the channel for winners. All winners. Welcome back to Sky Life. Hey Elvira Ward. Angela Jackson. Hey, what's going on? How's life treating y'all? Yeah, y'all, I ain't even do a beat today. I ain't even want to wear y'all out with the beat. I didn't get a chance to find some more music that doesn't have a copyright on it. But it is what it is. I got the chat set in subscriber only mode. So you all right? Okay, Angela. I got the chat set in subscriber only mode. So if you ever plan on coming on the panel or anything like that, I suggest you come out the bushes and start making sure I'm familiar with your login ID. Unless somebody vouch for you in the chat, I'm not letting no new people up there and no IDs that I don't know. No more freaky people getting away with it. Not happening. Hey, Lady Tech, Big Val Pen. Hey, Lady Tech, welcome back, Big Val. Welcome back. We're gonna give people a second to come in here, but basically I just want to do a panel today. I was gonna read some, but I'm like, I'm not reading. We'll read later. We'll see who we can get to do a panel. Hey, Too Cute. Give people a few more minutes. And then we're gonna get right into it. The title of this live is R.Kelly versus Nobody Really Cares. Well, you said, did you hear what Jimmy alleged? Now you gonna have to come up here and tell it, because I don't know what. You know what? This is my thing. It's only a few people. Hey, APZ. It's only a few people that are I watch. I haven't watched anybody read the transcripts. So I'm not really in the loop unless y'all keep me in the loop. I might every now and then I might listen to somebody read some clips or something, but the clips piss me off. I want to really know what's going on. So I'm at like a little disadvantage. How was y'all weekend though? Everybody weekend, what y'all was doing over the weekend? Did y'all make y'all plates and stuff? I ain't had no barbecue or nothing. Just pitiful. I'm about to try and go home, y'all, in a couple weeks. We're gonna see if the trial's still going on. I ordered my disinfectant guns. So I'm gonna walk in the door, disinfecting the doorknobs. But today we're gonna have a panel. Everybody is welcome. As long as you're respectful, that's it, that's all. Okay, let me see. And thank y'all for either staying up or waking up. Let me put it in there. Let's get it started. Let's get the panel started. And you know what? Now somebody did tell me that Big Baby Pernell, they told me that this fool had the nerve to try and squash a motion for him to squash his subpoena. And I know that better not be true. Because I'm going to have some brand new cuss words for him. If that's true, I'm going to have to get a backup channel. Because I'm going to have to cuss him out. That better not be true. Have y'all heard that? Have y'all heard that Jimmy, yeah, we're going to call him Jimmy like Big. Jimmy is trying to put in a subpoena. I mean, a motion to squash his subpoena so he don't have to show up in court. Elvira, she said it's true. Oh, hell no. UMF, triple B, oh no. How in the world, you guys? How in God's green earth? Okay, it ain't God's green earth then, because you the devil. How in the world? You was the one, Jimmy, that has sat up here and you sat up here and kept this whole thing going on, Kells. So how are you going to not want to testify? It's time to drop the gauntlet. I don't understand this with these people. You go on every channel, every frivolous documentary, every interview you can get. You write your little stupid books and stuff. But when it's time to come to court and put it on record, y'all don't want to go to the courtroom and sit in the hot seat. Help me understand that. That don't make no sense. Let me ask you this. Nitty B, what's going on? A Peasy. Elvira, is that in Pacer? We got Big Vi. Hold on 1 second, Big Vi. Elvira, is that in Pacer? Oh, we got a background. You got some background noise. Who am I missing? Nitty B. Welcome, y'all. Yes. Hold on. All right. Let me make sure. I want to get the get the rules straight. We only rule is YouTube got hot words. Okay, so no P word, the P foul word, no R word with a ape, none of that, and no what's the other word they don't like? They really don't like the SCX word, but I know them other two they definitely don't like. So just if you on the panel, you know, y'all, and also in the chat, y'all make sure y'all don't say them words. But go ahead, Big Vipin, welcome. What's going to tell me about Jimmy? Big Vi. Oh, there you go.
I'm here.
Tell me what and hold on to why you. I'm about to look too, because if I see what's the date of this, Elvira, the date of that motion, because I'm gonna have to read that. But go ahead, Big Vi. I can't stand him.
This man said in the motion that somebody shot through his house. Somebody shot through the window of his house.
Tell me you lying. Still waiting on this Damon
I
Attorney
can't.
truth. What's the date on it, Elvira? Was it today? Was it today, Vi?
I don't know when the motion. I know Dana read that motion last night, I think.
Oh no, we Nope. Hold up. You can go ahead and talk, because I'm about to try and
I
pull that
said,
up.
I say, now this man been going around talking for over 20 years, talking about R.Kelly, stalking R.Kelly,
Stalking him.
protecting these young women of color, this, that, and the third. This man have yet to say on not one platform he's ever been on that his home was shot into as a
Never.
scare tactic. Never. We talking about Jim Derek Goddess. If this
Right.
would have actually happened to this man, he would have been worse than these victims out here. Alleged victims, let me say that. He would have been worse than the alleged victim if someone would have shot through his home, tried to intimidate him.
He would have been on CNN
Everywhere.
and crying. Okay, that's why he needed to say the drama. Okay, and say that bullshit for Oprah because we ain't banning it over here. Okay.
See, they trying to get the judge to grant that motion, and then you see now with with all these allegations of R. Kelly. Well, none of this stuff they said with R. Kelly is supposed to be harassing, intimidating people. None of that came out in court.
Well, see, this is my thing. They done all these years they have manufactured the case. So now it's coming down to the point where you gotta show and prove. It's D-Day. You see what I'm saying? Because what? I mean, really though, why is he hiding? Because you hated this man. You was ready to get on everybody channel and talk about him. So why you can't come in the courtroom?
But see, Scott, the whole thing, like I was explaining earlier, is this though. This is the whole misconception of his whole argument. For me, where I stopped the argument at the door. How do you receive a tape anonymously, but you're trying to protect the source? If you don't know who gave you the tape, who are you protecting?
That yeah.
You
And
can't
that's
make
gotta
that
be
make
what he
sense.
hiding. He gotta be hiding that.
You can't make that make sense. If you
Uh-uh.
don't know who gave you the tape, who are you protecting?
Yeah, because why
Unless
are
you
you okay? Last night and today's date. Fifth for Jim. She said fifth for Jim motion. BoJean, sixth government, six is well believed. Lord have mercy. What's going on, Nita B?
I can't take the guy serious because if you don't know who sent you the tape or how you got it, how are you protecting something when
No,
you don't know?
he know how he got it. Moderators, please welcome people to the chat. Please welcome people. Say hello and goodbye. Let me see
I,
who I got moderating. I don't even know. Let me see. Go ahead, Big Guy.
yeah, but I do agree that I think that he does know. He just put it out there as if he received this tape unknowingly to protect who gave him the actual tape. Because in all reality, you have to make a lot of stuff make sense. And since Big Vi, I'll be on my logical because, like you say, I'm not on here to read transcripts. I'm not gonna do that. But I'm gonna listen at what you say, and I'm gonna listen at the contradictions. But if
Mm-hmm.
you talk enough, I can pretty much put it together what you not saying.
Right.
So you say, how do you receive this tape? These are just questions that the logical mind would ask. If you don't know Stephanie and you don't know Roshana allegedly, but you watch this tape, and the first thing that come to your mind is, let me call Stephanie and ask her, is this her niece? How do you know these people? What's the relationship? I
Right.
mean, I can't go on no adult content website and just look at something and say, oh, let me call your uncle and see your auntie and see if this you. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it's
Unless it's
something he's hiding, but what I just don't know what I can't see y'all comments right now because I'm over here trying to find this on Pacer real quick. But what I don't even know why
well,
it's got to be something they have because I don't even know why the defense is even calling him when they know that he hates Kells. You know what I'm saying?
but
So
that's he drove. See, he's the driver of the narrative when it pertains to this tape. So
right,
we know the prosecution they wasn't gonna call him because if they put him on the stand and then doing cross examine, it's just gonna make them look even worse. You know, as a prosecution witness, but as a defense witness, they can attack his credibility as far as that book goes, as far as him giving his tape over, him and these narratives that he's been spreading for 20 years? Who are these sources you are protecting? But Jane said that she testified that Sparkle did the transaction with him.
What transaction?
Well, it was said Sparkle Postman gave him the tape.
Wait. She said Sparkle gave Jimmy the tape.
Jane alleged that Sparkle took the tape and gave it to Jim.
Probably did.
And I believe that to be true because see, the thing is, I say, and I feel like Darryl McDavid dropped the ball. Because when Barry Hankerson called you and threatened you that he was about to do this stuff, and as far as the tape go, you didn't take it serious. So now you also have to look at the perspective that Sparkle mad because she didn't get a deal. Who could she have went to try and get a deal? If Kelly wasn't gonna do it, who else she could have went to? She could have went with Barry. Barry, the one who put Kells on.
Yeah, that's weird. But what? Hold on. Why is this? Oh God, it's always gonna be something. When you look, when I'm not trying to get in here, y'all, I could get in here and get what I need to get. But now when I'm trying to get it, the invalid case number was entered. No, that is the right case number. What are you doing it, man? Yeah, but see this. Do you think that because I think it's what, isn't this McDavid's attorney calling him to come in? So
McDavid
they trying to throw Kells under the bus?
No, I think they trying to attack Jim Derrigotta's credibility because you gotta look at this. Now you've been watching everything play out. None of these tapes, it's been proven that none of the tapes that Lisa had child pornography. CP on them.
Right.
None of the tapes that Lisa had contained CP. So that would mean the only tape that could have contained CP was the tape that Jim supposedly turned over.
Oh.
See where they going? So now they gonna attack Jim. How did you get this tape?
Did you get the tape?
See what I'm saying? That's the move that they going with now. Because they have to go with that move. You have to address this tape situation with him. Because y'all already done proved that none of the stuff that Lisa had was even CP.
Yeah, and he the one started it. I mean, he came before everybody. He done kept the heat on Kells throughout this whole time. So how dare you? Okay, let me see if this is it. Oh, here it go right here. I want to cuss so bad. Let me see. I promise you. I promise you. Because this guy, like, literally, when Kells was cool and quiet, he kept the heat on him. You know what I'm saying? Dude was pressure. Yeah. I mean, you was pressure. How dare you not want to come get your big, fat, stinky looking? Oh, he makes me sick. I don't even want to breathe about him.
He made an entire career off of bashing R.Kelly.
Yes. Now wait a minute. Is it number 310 or is it 312? See, they got this real weird. Hold up. They got it under. You say 312. Notice a motion by Seth Aaron Stern for presentation. Protective order. Oh, that's the protective order. Okay, let me pull this up.
They don't go around talking about they showed jurors hundreds of clips from 17 different videos. Then he come back the next day and say the prosecution dropped the ball. They showed the jurors 17 clips from 3 different videos. But the day before you said it was 17 videos. 17 different tapes.
You gotta be kidding. Okay, I'm back over here with y'all. Nita B, what's going on?
No lie.
Lord. Okay, hold on. I think let me hold on. Let me see how let me see if it'll let me share this. And it's a real quick one. This big fat, he's a liar. I don't like this dude.
And the judge have denied every motion through this case. He better deny it. I mean, I ain't gonna say what he better do, but all the facts in this case need to be laid out and aired out finally. Because if they don't bring him to the stand and Kells walk, we could be seeing this same case come back again. All on because of him, Jim, with
Hmm.
this narrative.
Okay, it's not gonna let me pull it up, but guess what? I'm just gonna read it. Okay, hold on, y'all. Let me go back.
I'll mute my screen and when you read it, I can mute my mic.
All right, this is what the heck is it? Internet. Okay. It says in the United States District Court for the Northern District of Illinois, United States of America versus Robert Sylvester Kelly, Judge Harry D. Lennon Weber. And then they got his Cody's on here, Daryl McDavid and June Brown. Re-notice of emergency motion. Please take notice that on the 7th day of September 22 at 9:45 a.m., we shall appear before an honorable Harry D. Lennon Weber, or any judge sitting his stand in room 2525 of the Everett McKinley Dirksen United States Courthouse, Chicago, Illinois, and shall then and there present Jim Derogatis and the New Yorker magazine's emergency motion to quash subpoena to reporter and or for a protective order, a copy of which is attached and served upon you. Wait. Okay, now let me go pull the other one up. Oh, they gonna make me pull that. They gonna make me pull that other one up, y'all. Hold on. Hold on. Let me say this. Since I read it, might as well put this in my little. Put it in the database. Hold on. This is really something else. He got his big, stinky draws, fat nerve. Sick of him. What's today's date? This is 9. So this was 9.6.22. Motion to quash. Yeah, I wanna have some words for him. Okay, hold on, y'all. I'm about to pull up we about to pull up this order. I didn't even want to pull it up. It's 10 pages. 10 pages of hot garbage. 10 pages of BS. I promise you. Okay. Hold on, y'all. Now why I can't? Because I need to pull this up so y'all can see what's going on. Okay, let me see. Save. What's the date? Give me a second, y'all. 1 second. 9.6.
Today is the 7th. Well, it'll be Wednesday, but yesterday was the 6th.
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to make sure. Because I try to save them on the day they come in. Protective order. I'm gonna put for fatty, for big draws. That's what I'm gonna put in here. Sick of him. Okay, let me see if it's gonna let me share it. You know it want to give you problems when it want to give you problems. Okay, what is this? I don't even know what that window is. Chrome tab. Is this it? I can't even see. Look, I can't even see. Oh, maybe that is it. Let me see. Think they let me do it, y'all. Let me come back over there with y'all. Why isn't it showing? That's weird. It acted like it was gonna show. It's always something. Okay, them are slides. Add file. Okay, from your computer. Oh, hold on. Oh, that's the slides. I don't want to add no slide. All right, y'all. I'm just gonna read it because I can't figure out how to do it. It don't want to cooperate. Okay, hold on. All right, so here we go. Emergency motion to quash subpoena to reporter and or for protective order. Now comes non-party journalist Jim Derogatis. I got to come up with a name for him. And the New Yorker magazine to respectfully move this court pursuant to federal R.Kelly and the First Amendment, U.S. Constitution Amendment 1, to quash the subpoena served upon him in the above captioned case by defendant Daryl McDavid or for a protective order. In support thereof, Mavant's state as follows. Number one, Mr. Derogatis is not a party or a government witness. He is instead a reporter, music critic, author, and associate professor at Columbia College, Chicago. As a journalist, he has, and you know what? Columbia College is a very prestigious college. He ain't got no business up in that place tainted with his stank and his funk. I'll continue. As a journalist, he has reported extensively on defendants from the beginnings of defendant Robert Kelly's career. He sure has. Yes, he has. And throughout the present trial for news organizations, including Chicago Sun-Times and the New Yorker magazine. In 2019, Derogatis authored the book Soulless, The Case Against R.Kelly, published by Abrams Press. Okay, let's see the footnotes. If newsman is called upon to give information bearing only a remote and tenuous relationship to the subject of the investigation, he will have access to the court on a motion to quash, and an appropriate protective order may be entered. They cite in case law. Number two, the New Yorker, founded in 1925, is a Pulitzer Prize winning weekly national magazine which has published some of the most groundbreaking journalism and commentary of the last 100 years. The New Yorker engaged Derogatis to report on defendants, including extensive coverage of United States versus Kelly, numbers 19 CR 286 EDNY June 29th, 2022. 13 articles Derogatis authored for the New Yorker can be found at the following link. We don't give a damn what he did, and I don't even know why he's part of the New Yorker. That's another prestigious media. On August 3rd, 2022, defendant McDavid served Derogatis with the subpoena, example A, for trial testimony in this case. The subpoena did not include a check for witness fees, but Derogatis was nonetheless instructed to appear on September 6, 2022, because the subpoena is unduly burdensome. unreasonable and oppressive under Rule 17C and the First Amendment. Movants accordingly request an order to quash the subpoena or a protective order. Number 4, the courts must always be alert to the possibilities of limiting impingements. Impingements upon press freedom to the minimum. And one way of doing so is to make compelled disclosure by a journalist a last resort after pursuit of other opportunities has failed. They cite in case law, Gulliver's versus periodicals. Okay, they cite some more case law, more case law. Okay, requiring defendants to establish via proffer at trial that they have a real need for the information and that the information is not available from another source. It's case law again. Surely some good justification should be advanced to justify a subpoena of journalists regarding news gathering. The foregoing principles apply to news gathering, irrespective of previously published works or the confidentiality of sources, because the policy which underlies the existence of journalistic privilege would be equally undetermined by compelling reporters to reveal factual information surrounding investigations. Case law again. Number 6, he has demonstrated by the articles linked above virtually all the knowledge that Derogatis has that may be relevant to the indictment in this case. If there is any such information necessarily derives from this third party source, derives from his third party sources with direct knowledge of the facts and therefore would be inadmissible hearsay under FR 802. Then they cite some case law. Affirm trial court's exclusion of reporter witness under hearsay rules. Because Mr. Derogatis' role has been an investigative reporter, compelled testimony also is invasive as to his news gathering methods and cumulative of the actual sources and their source materials. For example, Movants understands that the court already denied defendant McDavid's motion to put his news gathering on trial with respect to alleged emails with potential official sources. Docket number 247. Movants further understood that during the case in chief, Chicago Police Detective Dan Everett authenticated the only physical source material plausibly at issue, a VHS cassette personally handed to the detective by the Chicago Sun-Times. Okay, footnote number 2. Despite absence of blanket federal privilege, reporters are entitled to assert a claim to privilege that is rooted in constitutional rights with respect to the gathering of news or in safeguarding reporters' sources. Courts must balance vital constitutional and societal interests of freedom of the press. While the Seventh Circuit has not recognized a blanket federal reporter's privilege, it acknowledges that Illinois has First Amendment interest in protecting reporters. That's McKevitt versus Palash. They cite in case law, recognizing paramount public interest in the maintenance of a vigorous, aggressive, and independent press capable of participating in robust, unfettered debate over controversial matters, an interest which has always been a principal concern of the First Amendment. Okay, so, oh God, more case law. Defining source as inter alia, the means from or through which the news or information was obtained. Moreover, the contents of this source material was authenticated by witness Jane and other sworn witnesses. Case law. Any further facts that might possibly be gleaned from journalists outtakes were likely to be merely cumulative. Number 7, the only pertinent exception to FRE 802, therefore, would be declarations against interest made by defendant McDavid to their goddess during the course of their goddess's reporting, including the New Yorker. Defendant McDavid, however, has represented that he will testify in his own defense and therefore may relate all of his own. No, wait. Defendant McDavid, however, has represented that he will testify in his own defense and therefore may relate all of his on and off the record statements to their goddess, leaving their goddess in the potential position of impeaching his source or risking subsequent claims that he breached confidentiality, whether on direct examination or cross examination by the USA or McDavid's co defendant. No, see?
Now you see what's going on.
Yeah, that's the part right there. He's trying to. This is what we want, though. We want the source. We ain't worry about you impeaching the source or risking subsequent claims that you breached confidentiality. No, don't try. You ain't a reporter when you was giving that information up.
You see what they did, right, Scott? When you first read this, they said he was a music critic.
Right.
When they started explaining, they say all of a sudden he become an investigative journalist.
Yeah.
Make this make sense.
This is ridiculous. But how are you gonna try? You were a civilian. You
And
weren't a
then
reporter.
also listen to what he say. How did he receive this tape anonymously? He received it anonymously. So how did Chicago Sun-Times turn it over to the FBI or to the prosecutor? If he received it, what the hell does Chicago Sun-Times has to do with turning the tape over? If you receive this tape at home,
Nah, he lying because that was in the Oh God, what did they say? Didn't they say somebody put it in the newspaper and then call him to come downstairs and get it or something like that?
he said he received it. He was at home and received a call to go out and check the mailbox. He went out, checked the mailbox, come to discover a tape was in it. He come in, watched the tape. He called Sparkles right away. Then he said what you just said. That took place at his work, at his job. Somebody
Right.
dropped something off in the newspaper, and
Well,
then
see, this is the thing, and this is what people know. You could say whatever you want in that public world off the stand, but when he gets on that stand, that's when the rubber is gonna have to meet the road. That's when he's gonna have to come up with the real story in
story.
regard to exactly what happened. That's why he fighting like hell not to get up.
And he don't got immunity.
Uh-uh.
And he wasn't offered immunity.
Lord, okay, let me finish reading this. It looked like it's only a couple more. I hope. Shoot, I think it's 10 pages. Okay, so let me see what this sucker left off. Okay, whether on direct examination or cross examination by the USA or McDavid's co-defendants, Garcia, who is herself the object of the interview, has failed to make even a preliminary showing as to the nature of the statements contained in the outtakes. Number 8, the absence of a legitimate evidentiary need for testimony alone indicates harassment or intimidation. Oh, God. Intimidation by subpoena or by individuals unrelated but sympathetic to defendants is of particular concern when coupled with prior acts and statements of a threatening nature. That argument and undue burden of being compelled to appear to answer irrelevant questions about inadmissible news gathering activities. Oh, now it's irrelevant. But when you was bashing Kells for years, all everything you had to say on every program that you got paid for with your big fat funky self, you was it was relevant, but now it's irrelevant. Okay, and now they intimidating you and they threatening you. Y'all, this you can't make this up. Number 9. To debut an improper purpose, McDavid should first proffer a Adderogatus possesses specific information relevant or necessary to the proceedings. No, we ain't gotta tell you what we want to ask you. Why do we gotta tell you what we gonna ask you so you could doctor your statement up? Absolutely not. B, that a specific public interest would be adversely affected if the factual information sought were not disclosed. Why we gonna be adversely effective if you withhold some information? Y'all been doing it. Cut it out. C, that all other available sources of information have been exhausted. Why do we got to do that? Okay, case law. I don't see why they got to exhaust all the other sources. Showing that case law, showing that the sought after information is highly relevant and materials must be sufficient. I'm sorry, specific. Compare blah blah blah. More case law requiring specific factual findings before the vestiture of the Illinois reporter privilege can be ordered. Number 10, finally, because multiple witnesses testified from their direct knowledge on the facts material to the case, this court should exercise discretion to squash the subpoena on the reporter. Case law. Defendant in criminal case had not satisfied her burden of making a specific of how the outtakes she seeks from WMAQ TV are highly material to her case. Emphasis in original. Okay. Wherefore, for the foregoing reason, journalist Jim Derogatis and the New Yorker magazine respectfully request that the court exercise its discretion to quash the subpoena. Alternatively, Mavance requests the court to enter a protective order requiring a specific showing by defendant that the prospective testimony satisfies the foregoing criteria under the First Amendment. B, finding that the subpoena waives all claims of source confidentiality that defendant McDavid may hereafter assert, or C, providing for authentication of previously published materials through stipulation of affidavit. Respectfully, Jim Derogatis and the New Yorker. Okay, this is some BS, y'all, right here, because the foregoing reason, Jim respectfully as of course to squash the subpoena. Alternatively, request. Okay, so a specific showing that the defendant that the prospective testimony satisfies the foregoing criteria. Oh, so they want to make sure he don't violate his First Amendment rights, but you done violated all the Kells rights. Okay, you done threatened him, you done intimidated him, you done slandered him, you done belittled him all your life. Now you want somebody to come in here. Ain't this something, y'all? Look at how people finding that the subpoena waives all claims of the source confidentiality. No, we want to know who the source is. You see how this is working? Okay, let me see. It wasn't. Let me read the footnotes and then we done. Let me see. I read number 2. Number 3, footnote. If required to testify, Derogatis requests that the court make a finding that the subpoena constitutes a waiver by defendant McDavid of an agreement to keep confidential statements made by McDavid to Derogatis, even if admissible under. Also, now he trying to silence McDavid. If I read that correctly. If required to testify, Derogatis requests that the court make a finding that the subpoena constitutes a waiver by defendant McDavid of any agreement to keep. A waiver subpoena constitutes a waiver by defendant of any agreement to keep confidential statements made by McDavid to their goddess. That's what it sounds like to me. They're trying to get a waiver so that they could keep their private conversation confidential. Footnote number 4. Published reports include that a window of the Derogatis family home was shot out after Chicago Sun-Times reported on defendant Kelly and threatens concerners. I'm sorry.
Sky, you need to send me a you need to email me a clip of that part right there.
Okay.
Email me a picture of that part right there.
Wait a
That's what
minute.
I need right there.
And wait a minute. I thought he was the G word because it said him and his 6-year-old daughter. I didn't know he had kids. I thought he liked men. Maybe I'm messed
I
up.
thought he liked SpongeBob too.
Yeah. Talk about this family home was shot out after Chicago sometimes reported that defendant Kelly reported on him and threatens concerning their goddess and his 6-year-old daughter. Boy,
Bulls,
coming back together.
bull.
Yeah, he's such a big
Hey
fat
Sky,
uh,
maybe whoever gave him that tape anonymously is trying to scare him into not giving his source up. You know what I'm saying? But they trying to make it seem as if it's something to do with the defendant. Come on, man.
yeah, but
Y'all people crazy.
something is going on. She said with Jim and the truth getting ready to come out. Yeah, there was some type of communication that they had because why are y'all talking? And why are you trying to withhold what was said? This is one of the reasons BoJean wanted the McDavid trial separated. Oh, yeah, okay. Sparkle head got too big. She wanted to bring other producers to work on her next album. R.Kelly wasn't going for it. No, he wasn't going for it. Oh wait. I'm about to put the gonna put the link in there again, y'all. But oh my god. I'm so glad you brought that up back because I wouldn't have believed it if I didn't read that. You gotta be kidding. This is unbelievable.
Now you mean to tell me something like that happened to this man, and it's the first time anybody hearing about it right now?
That's what I'm saying. You was a liar. But you could see you done sat around and you know how to get the word out on Kells, but you don't get around that somebody threaten you.
Man, whoever anonymously gave him that tape sent a message to him. You better not give up your source.
Right.
It wasn't no defendant. It had nothing to do with that. That's whoever his source is letting him know. Look, you better not open your mouth.
But I feel like, how dare
But,
you?
but who
You
does
are
that
the
sound like?
one who started this.
All of it. And that type of scare tactic sound like Barry Hankerson.
You think
That's a
it's very
that's a scare tactic. Somebody shooting through your window allegedly. That would have if that had anything to do with the defendant Robert S. Kelly, that would have been all over the Chicago news.
that's what I'm saying. We didn't hear a peep of it.
This
But
the
I ain't
first
gonna lie
time.
to y'all now. That's factual because I know back in the day, that's what they would do. Because in Chicago, in people houses and even in their apartment buildings, they got a big, we call it a picture window. It's a big window in the middle of your living room, and then they might have some small windows on the side. But they used to do that. They used to shoot your either throw a rock through it or shoot through it or hit it with a BB gun, and they break your picture window. So they did do that. So it kind of believable, but the fact that and then we should have heard that. No.
He ain't never spoke about this. Not even
Mm-mm.
in his book or none of this when it pertains to R. Kelly. This Jim Derogatis right now. If anything happened to him pertaining to R. Kelly, he would have been on a campaign going around everywhere talking about I was so afraid of my life.
And
Someone
he want a protective order from who?
McDavid probably.
Angie's in here. She said, "Hey, Angela, is Angie in here? I ain't see. Oh, Angela Jackson. Okay. Um, wait a minute. Okay, he can't let Jim get away. He started. No, he started all of this. We need him up on the stand and give us what we need to know. How dare you try not to give us the information that we need for this trial? He even was on Friends with R. Kelly on Reels bashing him. See, that's pitiful. Hey, Mark Quinn, welcome back. He's a blackmailer. He wants to put Jim on the stand and throw him under the bus. But Jim gonna throw who under the bus? I think Jim gonna throw Kells under the bus. That's the only reason why I'm looking like, why does he have to be in there?
It
Yeah,
ain't. But see, the whole thing about it, see what people what we're missing is this whole transaction has nothing to do with R. Kelly. This is solely between Jim. I think Darren McDavid know he have an idea what it how Jim came across the information. But the whole time they done had private conversation. Jim don't want that private conversation to come out in this courtroom. You know what I'm saying? See, a lot of the stuff that's gonna be revealed between him taking a stand is gonna be new to R. Kelly. All this information is gonna be new. But the thing is, Darren McDavid been knowing this information. But
but you
like you
know good and well, Vi, that he is gonna have to. He ain't gonna be able to live his life if he doesn't have the opportunity to sit in front of R. Kelly and
hmm
bash him on the stand. His wedding
right.
is not gonna be satisfied that night unless he do that. Like he
But
needs.
he can't but the real thing about it though, big sis, he can't say nothing bad about R. Kelly because everything he has been saying has been lies. Now it's time to tell these rumors you've been spread are factual or fiction.
Right.
You you don't want to give up your source because it's gonna kill your credibility. That's the
Mhm.
whole big plot with him. Right now, if he come out and say admit that like all these people that took the stand that hey I lied, everything that he stand for is over with.
Yeah, because I mean, it's this is what I don't get. This is D-Day. This is your opportunity to drop the gauntlet on Kel's head, and you
Little
don't
black
want to go
girl,
do it. You don't want to do it in court,
this is
huh?
your time to step up and protect these women of color, these little
Yeah.
black girls. You know,
Yes,
the
these
ones
little girls
the
that
ones you
have been
took their
offended,
story.
abused so bad. You're their hero. What about the girls?
Yeah.
If you don't get your, oh, I can't stand them. I can't
See,
stand them.
he took these female allegations, put it in these books, sold these books for truth, and now you got more than your credibility is gonna be on the line. Your lawsuits, everything. He has everything to lose if this motion is denied. It's over for him.
Yeah.
That ain't the type of tea he want.
But you
And
know what? He gonna plead the fifth because he's if he's already doing this, we already know what's gonna happen. But and this is the whole thing. What makes you think that you with somebody you gotta hear somebody else testimony first? Like who are you? None of these other witnesses had the opportunity to hear somebody else's testimony before they got up there and testified, unless the person went before them.
but
Who's it?
listen at this though. He plead the fifth, right? He can plead the fifth, but then closing arguments has to go down. Now they can attack the what he said, the stuff that he's put out. And you had this man had a chance to come on the stand to confirm these allegations. But what did he do?
You right. If he pleads the fifth, BoJean and McDavid's attorney is gonna take. They gonna have a field day. They're gonna say he doesn't want to verify or authenticate the tape. He doesn't want to provide any information. So We can't even get the source of where the tape. Oh, they gonna have a field day.
Yeah, so he can go by however way he want to go by, but it ain't gonna be a good look for him. Whether he take it, plead the fifth, whatever. Today is the day. As Miss Pearl say, that big boy gonna pay.
Wait, Big Baby Pernell said that the house was shut up in 2008. Boy, if you don't get out of here.
You know what
Wait
I'm
a
saying?
minute.
You know what I'm saying?
2008. I mean, I think I was in kindergarten. Boy, if you don't stop it.
See,
2008, incident in 2008, you trying to get a protective order on it now. Do you all understand that if you try and go into a courtroom and go to the courthouse and tell them you want an emergency protective order for something that happened in 2008, they gonna laugh
2000,
out the door. Literally, the judge is gonna start laughing and say, "You
two-
gotta be kidding me." What?
2000 whole 2000 whole eight, man.
2008? Oh my God. I'm serious, y'all. I want y'all to do that. I want y'all to go to your local courthouse and say, what do I need to do to put in for order of protection? And they're going to give you the stipulations. Okay. Either a stalk and no contact order or order of protection. And they're going to tell you, they're going to say you need like a certain amount of incidents, but they damn sure can't be from 2008. They need to be current. Let's say if it was 2008, it needs to be consecutive years behind that. You see what I'm saying? It got to be cumulative and build up till today. Oh my God.
Mhm.
That just made my stomach hurt. Hey, Cooper Pooper. Welcome back. That is hilarious. But
I'm
maybe we can
scared for my
find out
life.
who's on top of this mess, who started. That's what we want to know, Dolores. Welcome back. That's what we want to know.
Oh my God.
The girls. Can
What
he
about
plead
those
fifth
girls?
in the Fed? I think Angie said he could plead fifth. I think she did say he could plead fifth.
That's what everybody want them to do, plead the fifth. They want them to
We
avoid
don't
this
want him
smoke.
pleading the fifth.
Nah, not nobody over here wanting to plead the fifth,
Yeah.
but them people on the other side, they want to protect their source.
But why? Why do you not want to know the big puzzle piece? That is a major puzzle piece. Where did you get the tape? How did you actually acquire this tape? Who did you discuss the contents of this tape with? Who else viewed this tape besides you? Did you share this tape with anyone else? How long did you have this tape in your custody? Was it ever out of your sight prior to you giving it to A, B, C, and D? You see what I'm saying? We want
And
the answers.
we know he showed the tape because how did he call Sparkle to confirm the identity of Jane?
Now,
Allegedly.
but see, check this. Check this out. And see that's the BS right there. How
Hmm.
would you know to call her? How would you know
Exactly.
who the alleged girl in the tape is? Somebody had
Exactly.
to tell you.
But it
You
go back. You got to jog back up that street because he say there has been rumors that R. Kelly was dealing with underage girls. Then he said it had been rumors that R. Kelly was on a videotape with underage girls. And you got to be the luckiest man in the world to hear those rumors, one and two, to receive a tape that shows both of those actions, allegedly. How lucky are you?
right. Y'all can come up on the panel. Midas Faye, why you ain't up on this panel?
Man, what might has been ducked off over there,
Yeah, you
kidnapped.
in the
I ain't heard
bushes trying to talk. We ain't even gonna read your comment if you don't come up here.
all these Luciferians.
We're gonna be petty. I ain't even gonna read your comment and let you know. I swear. Let me see. Let me see. I'm not sure because his attorney would not have needed to write his motion. I know he's full of crap. Ain't nobody shot that boy. Like you said, that'd have been on the news or something. We ain't even nobody saw it on no. Nah, I don't like. I don't watch the news now, but I know I would have heard about it. Somebody would have said something, and he said,
Then it was
"I said
surrounding
if
the
there got,
2008 trial.
huh?
I say, and surrounding the 2008 trial at that. Come on, man.
Thank you.
Kells ain't that powerful.
I'm telling you, sky on me. Come up here on this panel, Midas."
Come on, get these Luciferians off of here, man.
Most important question is: did you make copies of the tape? Did you buy the tape? That's right.
And that's what I heard that he made. But see, you hear how he claimed he received the tape. Now all of a sudden, Chicago Sun Time, as a corporation, turned the tape over to the prosecutors. Come on, man.
Liar, liar, pants on fire.
That dude, you gotta go back to
Right.
his
Look,
Thursday.
guys.
Go back to the Thursday interview he did. The interview he did. Man, he was throwing all type of names out.
Wow.
That song gonna say, if I go down, everyone's going. The whole house got to fall.
That's what he said.
Pretty much, he started name calling people.
Well, let's
Literally.
bring it down then. That's what we want. That's what we want. Let me pick up my microphone. Ladies and gentlemen, that's what we want. We want the whole house to come down. If R.Kelly goes down, we want the whole house to go down. What this is what we want. This is what we've been waiting for. If that's how you're gonna do it, then let's play ball. Everybody goes down. That's fair.
That song got up there, started sounding like DMX on What They Really Want, calling all them names he was calling out.
Also, he trying to see. Okay, that's a tactic of letting putting people on notice. Like you better
Yeah.
stop this from happening.
Yeah. Yeah. See what
Uh,
I'm saying?
oh, here you go, Midas. What's going on?
Yo, what's happening, Skylife? What up, Big Vi? Y'all good?
Yeah,
Where you
what's
been at,
good?
man? Shit been going on and happening out here in the world. You been over there on the island relaxing.
Nah, man, I'm here trying to set up this computer so I can start going at Derogatis, man. This dude just been doing this thing since 1996, 95, yo. It's crazy.
But now he don't want to get on the stand. I mean, like, come on.
I'm on his ass like a pair of drawers. I'm telling you.
Yo, need to be, bro. But don't be too close, 'cause you know he don't wipe. You know that brother don't wipe.
Right, he looked just like he stink and he dirty and filthy. He just looks gross. He always look like he's sweating to me. Why you always sweat?
But that was a difficult time. What was so difficult about that time?
The girls. What about these girls?
Hey, your boy Scott. I mean, I ain't gonna say your boy, but Steve Greenberg told him, "Don't you got a book about to come out?"
Something. I swear to God. Did he write another book?
I don't know if he got another one, but during that press conference Greenberg was doing in Chicago after one of Kells' hearings, Jim, he said he was saying something about the girls, and Greenberg's like, "Don't you got a book to be worried about?" I am. I'm not, and I'm gonna be quiet.
And that's his voice too, mate. I just wanna. I can't even say it.
I can't stand him. I
stand
slap dog shit out of him.
That's what
Yo,
like, that's what I want to say. I want to say that because you are such a low, like jellyback individual. Like, stand on something.
You go to the platform,
Ugh.
lying, and now you didn't took.
Hey, Phoenix Rising.
But see, if I get little black girls and put them on a boulevard, then I'm going to jail for pimping. But he can pimp them out of their story and make money off of it, and nothing happen.
That's
facts,
right.
Big boy. He made millions off these young women, man. He exploited these young women.
He did exploit them. He right. He definitely exploited them.
And he's
because
sitting there rewind the tape back, trying to look like R.Kelly head to me.
you done wrote a book.
Books.
You wrote. Oh, he wrote more than one.
I heard he got more than one book, and then the one book he wrote. So he gave Angel Cruz the manuscript, which means the raw stories of whatever these females are telling him. The manuscript is like the raw form, like before you edit, it's everything in there. Even
Fact.
the edited stuff is even the stuff you don't put in there is in the manuscript.
Right now,
And
look
so
what
you
Rising said. Once Jimmy wrote his books, he stepped out of the scope of his employment protection. Yes, yes, Phoenix Rising. Yes,
and I
that's why
think
it wasn't sounding right. How are you a reporter then, but you're handling a tape? You're a civilian at that point. How you can't be a reporter and you trying to turn in a tape? No, you.
no, they say he's an investigative journalist.
At that time, he was a civil servant, and I agree with Phoenix that when you wrote that book, you are no longer under the protection of your, because it has nothing to do with your job. That's a
And I
personal.
believe, and I believe that Brentley them knows that. I believe Brentley them has that ace in the hole because they know he was gonna try to swindle up out of this shit. And I believe McDavid and them lawyer knows that with him writing this book, he stepped out of that protection order. So they prepared. Brentley and them, they subpoenaed him. They knew he was, because already you look at it. You pled the fifth the first time we subpoenaed you. You avoided testifying. So why would we subpoena you again knowing you're going to do the same thing unless you're not protected by that
Right.
order? He didn't have that book in 08.
Yeah, see, he's trying to mix. Go ahead, Midas.
Yeah, the thing about Derogatis, he's very strange. He's racist. If you ever notice it,
Correct.
Whenever he says he's going up, he has to take a black person with him. Whenever he does an interview, it's with a black person. Now he's never did an interview with Danielle Smith from Vibe magazine, but he did one where it was one after the next, where he talked. Sorry, Danielle Smith talked and then he talked. Now Danielle Smith was very important because she did a boost piece on Hootie and the Blowfish when he did a diss piece on Hootie and the Blowfish that got him fired. Then at the same time was the same time when they did this. Danielle Smith did the story on Aaliyah's birth, marriage, and Derogatis did another hit piece on R.Kelly and lost his job. Then he started BuzzFeed, which got $200 million in 2017, right before he wrote his first article about Jocelyn and Azriel. So this is really big money, yo. And Disney was doing the Aaliyah movie since 2014. You see what I'm saying? So it's like it's all like for movie rights and money. It's all a script. We've been doing this for years, since 95, 96.
Wow.
Well, today is the day that his fat ass is gonna pay.
And he need to be on this stand. Look what Corey said. Corey said you made your whole career pursuing R. Kelly, so you have a vested interest in seeing his downfall. You would do anything, say anything based on your numerous media platforms you appear on. That's a fact. He had a vested interest in taking Kells down. I mean, he raised up more of a funk than the parents did.
The girls, save the girls.
What about the girls? I can't stand them. Hey, Miss Lady T.
What's up? What's up? What's up? Hey,
Oh
Big
my God, Creepy T done showed up.
Hey, Lady T.
Hey, Midas.
What's going on, Miss Lady
So, all right. So So Peter Griffin tried to get out of this, huh?
I don't
can't-
know what you mean.
He old Miami Streetwalker. You see him with them heels on.
Who looks like more of a pedophile? Derogatis?
Oh no,
No P,
don't say no P word.
No P word. No P word.
Sorry, man. Sorry, I forgot.
Word.
Hey, Big Val, you on Peter Griffin.
Man, I'm on him like a pair of drawers, man. And I'm talking about some white, all white, tighty whiteies. You know what I'm saying? He better not fart wrong. I'm stain his ass.
Yeah,
I'm
he
telling
is
you, I'm
Philip.
gonna keep on putting our commentary on him every day.
Are
Tell
you
him
on
come.
Green? Are you on Greenberg too?
I ain't even got the Greenberg yet. He irrelevant right now. But I'm coming around to spin that block again on his old I don't know, them people just ugly to me, man. I ain't racist or nothing, but man, he just him them two dudes right there was meant to be together.
Yeah, they are.
Yo, yo, Bob, you check what they did in 2001 though, right? Remember he said he got tired in 2000, but in 2001 is when he was working with Vibe again. Like they keep doing this partnership where Vibe goes in, they going through the story because they black, and Jimmy sits on the back end. He waits for Vibe to do their story, then he hops out with his story. It's all
Mhm.
like a real thing. It's weird.
Man,
Rico.
it's crazy. The real Rico is with Jimmy. Jimmy.
Mhm.
Yeah, he need to be in there. Look what our Bible said. Why would his attorney write the motion if he could just plead the fifth? I believe our Bible because of what me and Vi said earlier, because BoJean is gonna exploit that, and so is McDavid's attorney, and probably June Brown's attorney. If he doesn't disclose the needed information, then they can freestyle. We can't
Right.
authenticate the tape. He's trying to withhold information. He has some information that might condemn McDavid. You know what I'm saying? They could just throw it, could just
Right.
be crazy.
And then you look at the aspect that you look at the aspect simply is all the tapes include Lisa Van, all that has been put out that none of that was CP. So the only tape that could have been now the only tape left to question out there is the one that the Heat in the Chicago Sun Times turned in
Mhm.
Mm-hmm.
that they allegedly can't find no more.
Now that's the question. Where's the tape? What did you do with the tape when you got it? You see what I'm saying? Like, come on,
Right.
man.
Mhm.
And that
Where is
tape
the
was from the
tape?
street too. That tape was from the street too. They bought it for $5, $10, and put it out in the Chicago Times. We all know there was no original tape.
Mhm.
He said
Nope.
there was a tape inside the security footage that the police ran up inside R.Kelly's spot and they couldn't admit it. That made no damn sense. There was no originals. Never.
Mhm.
Yeah.
And all them interviews he was doing, talking all that stuff. Now you afraid to go on the stand?
They showed the jurors hundreds of video clips from 17 different videos.
More girls. Save more girls.
Man, I put my foot so up that boy, look here, man. I rearrange his organs with this boot.
Lucky you not Chicago. Go see the trial.
Now I don't even want to know nowhere near him, man. I don't want to touch him, man. That dude right there, he protected, man. I don't want no smoke with him.
Yeah, that dude's got
That's one pig that won't roast.
right. I don't trust nothing about him.
Mhm. And I want to ask, what about the others? Got to be subpoenaed. If they don't subpoena the others in Chicago, they're gonna subpoena the others in New York.
Here go the banner right here with my cash out. Look, whenever somebody
Jim,
requests that, you throw that up there quick, y'all.
Mhm.
You can do
Jim,
a cash app at $ Skylife, SKYYELYFE, or you could do a super chat or a super sticker. But cash app is preferred. Thank you. Go ahead, Miss Lady T.
I said, if they're not if they not subpoena the others in Chicago, they gonna subpoena the others in New York.
You said if they don't subpoena others in Chicago, they gonna subpoena who from New York?
And I thought with Kells have his other court in New York with his appeal.
But I'm saying who's gonna subpoena them?
Mm.
I seen something today was said Weinstein appeal was granted or something like that. I don't know, allegedly.
But they gonna
Man,
They gonna get Barry Hankerson, subpoena him.
I wonder what they would do with him though. Like, what is he going to? I wouldn't call him.
But see, the thing is with Barry Hankerson, you got to understand this. McDavid dropped the ball with Barry Hankerson because simply when Barry Hankerson made the threat that he was about to extort R. Kelly, Daryl did nothing about it. He didn't take it seriously. Once he called me, once I got that phone call, I would have been straight to the police. I'm going to get to the detective. I'm going to get the private investigator, but he got private investigators to go out to Lisa now. But he didn't get a private investigator to go out to Barry.
Right.
Barry was way more powerful than Lisa now.
But see, that's the thing. He's such a mystery. Like, you don't know. And that's why I don't, it's weirding me out that they want to talk to Jimmy, because you don't know what he's gonna say, and you already know he don't like Kells, but they must have something that they want to ask him that they willing to, because he can throw them all under the bus. He could throw, if he had a private conversation with McDavid, he could throw him under the bus, and on the side, Chip throw Kells under the bus. You know what I'm saying?
But I just really don't see him and Kells ain't never had no dealings together ever. I can see R. Kelly ain't never dealt with this man ever. You can tell by this man has hatred, literally, for R. Kelly, because R. Kelly has never dealt with him. Never, he didn't give him an opportunity. And see, the thing is this: I believe that Daryl offered Jim an opportunity, and Kells said, "Man, don't bring that around me. I don't trust him." From
Yeah.
that point on, Jim had it out to tear this man's whole career down any way possible. The whole thing with what Jim is doing, he trying to make Daryl talk because he want to point Daryl, and he want to use Daryl as the extortionist, because who was signing all the checks? Who was paying the money to try and get these tapes? Who was doing all the recovery? Who was doing all of the transactions? Daryl.
Mm-hmm. And where did Kells meet him? That's the part that I'm
Who,
trying to figure
Daryl?
out. Yeah.
Man, I don't know, man. I understand, man. Kells ain't met a good motherfucker his whole life, man, besides his mama. That's crazy.
It's pitiful because
I ain't never seen somebody be everybody in your life is bad.
yes, a crook and a criminal.
The brothers, everybody.
Everybody you met your life outside of your mama is just fucked up people, man.
Because it's been put out already. He said he ain't got hit. Dolores said she don't think he got nothing else to talk about, Kells, because he done said it all. She said, I'm back.
I ain't give.
Okay.
Well, shit. Tim gave Jim 20. You got 24 hours for this You got 24 hours before they grant this motion or deny.
Oh God.
Now, Jim, if they deny the motion, you got to be ready to get up there and testify. All you got to do is tell Kelly to his face. Tell Kelly to his face. He know that was him. You know, he should have gave you your million.
Uh-huh.
You know, everybody wanted that million. See, Jimmy probably wanted his million off of Kells. Everybody want that million.
Yo, I think Jim made a couple of million off of Kells before even 2000 hit. Like all the backhand deals and underarm deals he was doing, because he did the Aaliyah story. So if he was the one who was the point for the Aaliyah story, right, which was fake, and also produced the certificates, he was working with Hankerson, and he also got the money on the back end to start BuzzFeed, and BuzzFeed is worth 1.7 billion. Does he own BuzzFeed or does somebody else own it? I think he owns it.
Does he own? Now, see that I don't know. Do you know that, Vay?
No, I don't know, but you got Google right there.
Yeah, because I know, like
Best friend.
There's a lot of money around this.
Hold
Too
on,
much.
let me see where the likes is at. Let's do a moment of silence for the likes. Everybody hit the like button. I'm about to check it in 1 second. Thank you for the cash app. I'm not even gonna say your name because I don't even want nobody hating on my papers. But you know who you are. Much love. Okay, let's see where the likes is at. Let me see how y'all doing me today. I'm gonna start crying if the likes ain't up. Hold on, let me see. Let's see where we at, y'all. Where we at? Oh no. Moment of silence for the likes. 28 likes and we got 46. Let me get about 35 likes, please, and thank y'all. Please and thank y'all. Moment of silence for the likes. Y'all make sure y'all hit the like. Thank you for everybody who hit it. Once you come in, make sure you do that because it'll help share my video on YouTube with everybody. Bring more people to the channel. All right, hold on. Let me check it again. Let's check it again. 29. 35, y'all. Let me get 35 likes. 35. That means we might have about 10 ops in here. That's about right. That's about right. About 10 ops. Y'all hit the like button too. Doggone it. Covered up in here. Not hitting the like button. Ain't that pitiful? Let me check it again. Let's see where we at. Oh no. Y'all, we just gonna sit here and twiddle our thumbs. We still at 29. We got that many people in here. We must got more ops in here than I think, y'all.
You did this to my mama, man. You did this to my mama.
I can't stand you. You know what? It was retarded. Boy, y'all with these sound effects, y'all be sounding just like the people. I promise you. Y'all be sounding just like them.
You know you watching right now.
We got 30. Okay, I'll give y'all 13 ops. All right. 30 will okay. All right. Nah, but you know, man, people better get in compliance. I promise you. You don't want to be on the other side of this thing. He said, T just get on the stand willy-nilly. He has to only answer the questions asked. The cross from the government can only be in the scope that was already asked by the defense. Oh, okay. So when you cross,
Y'all did this to my mama.
come up. Oh, Miss Lady T is back. When you do the cross, I didn't know you got to stay within the scope of what the other side has already asked.
I'm gonna make you motherfuckers pay.
I didn't know that.
I don't care how long it takes.
And then by do Tim Savage.
Goddamn, Jim, man, you got goddamn, Jim, man, you got 24 hours for them to grant this motion. Now, if they deny this motion, you're gonna have to be ready to talk, man. I need my daughter back.
Now do what we say, Angelo, man.
Now I'm gonna call Low and see what he think about you testifying. Look, Tim. Dude, jump. He need to tell the truth. He know R.Kelly was running around with those young girls.
We said, dude.
Now do the what we talking about. You got
Jim need to tell the truth. Just living his truth. He know those girls was young. He got that tape. R. Kelly was on it. He just need to tell what he saw.
now do the one say, you got 125 hours.
He ain't doing 125 hours because it's already Jim only got 24 hours. Now he get R. Kelly. R. Kelly now he got 120 hours. You know what it is. Man, these people have been auditioning, man. Yeah, where my daughter at? Yeah, want my daughter back. And he go, baby Pile Johnson. Well, I don't got your daughter. And if I had your daughter, and if it was my daughter, I would have drove my truck through that building. I say, boy, how did R. Kelly come across all these characters, man?
All of them.
He probably don't know half of these jokers.
His life and the New York conviction. What? They saying it's a documentary on Tubi. What's Tubi, y'all? I don't think I've heard.
Tubi. Tubi is the Black
Tubi.
People Network, man. They got all the movies on there. I mean, they got a lot of movies on there, but you gonna watch them ad. They gonna add you to death. You gonna be made it 1/4 through the movie. You gonna be watch 50 ads. It's over
Really?
for you.
Oh,
Yeah. You.
no.
Now I don't know if it's another package you can get to skip through the ads, but shit, you ain't gonna be made it halfway through the movie. You gonna be to watch about 50 ads. You gonna wake up, you still at the beginning.
No, I'm not. And that's one thing. YouTube, I was doing that with YouTube, and every time the song was getting good, boom, they put a ad in the middle of it. That's why I was like, oh no, I'm gonna just pay y'all this money and go on sit down.
Pandora do that too.
Well, you shouldn't have Pandora. Got Apple Music. We don't have those problems.
I have Apple Music.
Oh, so that's Barry's friend, Mark Quinn. Welcome back. Mark Quinn said Barry introduced McDavid to Robert.
And McDavid got Barry out of there. He told Robert that
Jim there got Alvarez part of the cast. Well, I tell you.
And Gloria make them drop tears all red. She's something serious too. I heard they trying to come out to Bill Cosby again. I say, what?
What? No, what they want him for now? What now?
Another.
Everybody's welcome on the panel. I put the link in there. Matter of fact, I'm pinning it to the top, and that's gonna be the end of that. All right, hold on.
Another silver case. But see, a lot of people that's been advocating for Kells in this sector been getting stalked by these people coming on these platforms. But so now I be checking. Anybody try to hit my link, I'm checking. But now I think I'm gonna have to switch it up as far as how I get my link out to people, because somebody they try to come on my page again and do the same stuff, that LGBTQ stuff. Yeah, man, they come all in my chat calling me you NIGG, or I'm like, what I supposed to get mad? Man, I would slap off. I mean,
are you serious?
Man, I cuss and call them everything but Jesus with no Christ.
They came in the chat or they came in the
Then they hit my link. When I did my I was talking about George Foreman. All y'all do over here is try to protect these, P words, this, that, and the third, I'm like, man, this ain't nobody but, them COVID people, as Low say.
them the ops.
But they came to tour me, man. I was built for this, man.
Right.
Shit.
And they better know it. Like ain't nobody going. Like I don't see it that way at all. I don't have no sympathy cards for them. I don't have any of that. I truly feel they had no business.
Hold on, Scott. You gotta give me your email. You gotta give me your email so I can send you this thing. I'm gonna send it to you.
Yeah,
I found the clip. Put it in the private. I found the clip on Instagram, and it's a dude reading through a book. I say, I'm gonna see. I say this. I'm gonna put it up on my page. You can take it off my page when I post it. This how the ops read through the transcripts when it's the defense. Why you gonna see, man? Boy, these people funny, bro. These people read emotion. I'm like, how y'all read the same emotion that we reading and y'all getting this from it? At least when we read the motion, we read what the government say. We read what the defense say. When they read the motion, it seems like ain't nobody in the motion but the government.
Nobody. Yes. they gonna put emphasis. They gonna do their best work on the on that side. When they read in the government part. That's why I can't listen to it. I can't even listen to it. So that's why I'm just behind. And
That's why I made myself. I don't even go to them platforms over there at all. I don't do nothing on that side. I don't listen to what they saying. I don't do nothing that's involved. I don't entertain nothing over there.
I mean, sometimes you can get a decent panel, but I gotta use this. So. Okay, there we go. Pin message. Boom. Yeah, but that's my new rule though. I ain't any new person. If you plan on coming on the panel, you need to make sure you come out the back and let me get used to seeing your name and everything because I ain't letting nobody new up. It's a wrap. Now who is this? She check. Oh, seeing you, Miss Lady, because I was about to boot that off there. I'm like, hold on now. How did we get into that?
You know, I said Lisa Valley, oh Lisa Lie Allen.
Right. Oh, there you go. I'm about to say, Myers, what happened to you?
This is Lisa Lie Allen.
Yeah,
Yo,
she's a piece of work.
I tried to send that little chat thing and I pressed back and the whole thing came out. Yo, it's all good. Lisa Van Allen is done. She's done.
I'm sorry for what I did. I'm sorry.
And they don't even, people act like her stealing his stuff is like minor.
Oh,
That's
the Rolex
like,
is nothing. Doesn't matter.
they just don't care. Like he shouldn't have been mad. You wouldn't be mad if somebody stole your Rolex, your tape, and your chain. I mean, they just act. They have no. They just fake. Like you just in unrealistic, and that's the part I don't have respect for some of them because when you just being unrealistic and you just curving everything to fit your narrative, I can't do you. You know, I just really can't do you. What happened to Big Vi? Maybe his phone got knocked out. But yeah, they try and curve everything to make it be so. So what let me ask y'all this because I ain't heard nobody talk about it. And I really think
Mhm.
what are y'all thinking about they talking about the girl is having a baby by Kells. What y'all
Immaculate Conception. What happened
That's
there?
what I said. That's what I said.
Wait a minute. Hold up, back up. Say it again.
You know, the girl, Joy is supposed to be having a baby, and it's supposed to be uh
This not
Kells.
true.
That's what I said. I said, well, guess what? I said either way, because this happened through about a month ago. I said from this day, they got 9 months to produce a baby. Okay. And then at that point, you got to go holler at Dana. We need to go holler at him, and then we'll know exactly what's going on and who's who. Like people try to make stories about it and doing commentary on it. Just wait and see. You know what I'm saying? That's something that's gonna have to happen within 9 months. It has to happen.
Mm-hmm.
So
Well, there's a big problem with Dana nowadays because Dana isn't really, well, not Dana or Dana, but Dana, because Dana isn't really a science. It was made by a dude who was on LSD. So for years, they just been making money off this. This is why OJ got off for his trial. If you check the actual science behind Dana, there's no real science behind it. It's like an easy way to make money. So if I done got all your family members inside the records, right, and I could just trace you, I don't have to actually tell you you're Dana. I could just say, oh, this is your cousin? Yeah, this is your cousin. You ain't know that? Cool. Your family. It's all a
oh,
setup. It's big
wow,
money.
that's terrible. That's really terrible.
Yeah, it's crazy because these kids don't even know who their daddy is now. You know what it
Right.
is? You go as a father to go and get your own DNA check, and you can't say whether or not it's yours. They're probably doing some blood test or some other weirdness to see whether or not it is, and they charge you hundreds of dollars on top of that or thousands of dollars. Like,
Right.
yeah,
That's
welcome to
absolutely
America.
crazy. I thought that
Science, he's counting proteins supposedly. He got it when he was high or whatever. So you count the proteins, you add them up, it's supposed to add up, but it doesn't add up. The science itself, there's no science behind it. So I could just set up a company tomorrow saying, yo, I could do your Dana till you spit in the jar. You know what I'm saying? And then I just say, hey, give me $500.
Yeah. And
Let me
I
check
say
these
it's
records
yours.
real quick. Yeah, make money.
Wow. LaCory said, I would call the corrupt lawyer in prison to the stand too. Who's the corrupt lawyer in prison? Oh, he talking about I've been pizza roll. Yeah. You would
Oh,
call him? He ain't that. What he going? Well, you could if you trying to get, but I don't even know what else he would have that's beneficial. I mean, he might have. You know what? Then again, see, he was, and so was Jimmy, part of the preface of this whole story. They are really, when it comes to they because they was doing some dirt pre everything. So,
and the thing about it is that Avenatti has been a regular person who extorts people. That's actually how he made it. And while he was extorting people, we all forget Avenatti they were pressing for him to be the next president. They were saying he's going to take the reins from Donald Trump. And this guy was a fraud all around. He even robbed a cripple guy. He's like, yo, 20 million, I'm gonna get that money. Ride in that chair, bro. I got you.
right.
Like, yeah, God, these people are sick. They're corrupt. And if they get 200 million from it, because not Avenatti, but Derogatis, if BuzzFeed got 200 million and Derogatis has a big position in BuzzFeed, that's a payoff for him to write that little note saying that Joycelyn and Azriel are being held captive. That's
Wait,
why
who
he don't
wrote
want to take a stand.
that they was being held captive? He was.
Jim Derogatis in 2017, right after he got $200 million passed to BuzzFeed.
That's why he doesn't want to take the stand in.
Facts, because it implicates NBC.
Yeah, but that's also a bold-faced lie. Like none of that stuff was ever how do you put it? That was never they never recovered no handcuffs. They never recovered none of that stuff that they said. So they see he don't want to answer them type of questions.
See, that's the thing. If you're in a situation whereby it's like you're guilty until proven innocent, and people just hold you so they can find something that you're doing, it's like, how's that justice? They ain't justice. You should have proper evidence for what you say I do, and at that time you arrest me for that, and I do it. But they got him on when you really check out, they got R.Kelly, right? They got him through Drea, because Drea has said that he wasn't paying his child support for a 21 or 22-year-old child that changed her major in college. And then from there it was talking about a cult. There was no cult. Then it was something else, and they just went on from there.
Wow. Yeah, this stuff is really, really pitiful. Oh wait, let me write y'all email.
Well, they don't want us hooking up, yo. They don't want men and women hooking up. They don't want women protected at all. They don't want women protected. They're about to slaughter women, from what I'm seeing, and men too, but mostly women, yo.
You think they don't want the women protected?
Nah, they want to get rid of the women. Because if you're in the alphabet community, do they like you? What do they need y'all for?
Well, I thought that they were more, when I looked at it from an angle as an attack on masculinity. I'm gonna have to look at it from that side and see what I see. I've never thought about that. To see
Yo, just look around, yo. Most women are trans men. Just look around, and you will see that most women are unprotected. Their children are unprotected, and they will not even try to pair bond with a man because they're all like cannon fodder. They did this with Lenin. They did this with Chairman Mao. They did it with a few other people. It's all Marxism. You know? Yeah, but I find women are the ones who are really getting, because when men start looking at these stories, right, of what happened to R.Kelly and all this, and they're like, wait, hold up. It doesn't make sense for me to even date y'all no more. It doesn't make sense for me to call you and say, let me go from state to state and pick up a shorty. It don't make sense. That's sex trafficking. You know?
Right. That's true.
Yeah. So men are going to keep their money. Women are going to end up dependent on the state. Kamala is going to take money from their taxes for prostitution. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's a script.
Look, that's deep. That's real deep. Man.
Yeah. But it's like 40 years 100 so years they've been doing this since 1947. So yeah, it's going to be deep. It was a slow run out, you know what I'm saying? But now we seeing what's happening. So, but R. Kelly is a very pivotal part of all this because if they get R. Kelly, they can get every other black man who even has a business who just dates women. Even if you're married, they can get you.
Yeah, they can, but one thing that I will hold true to, and it's Kells' fault all day, every day. He should have kept his bread up. When you in this game of law and order, you gotta have the bag. It's no way around it. You see what I'm saying? The one who got the bag is the one who wins the case, and that's just how it is. You see what I'm saying? It's paid to play. It's always been that and always will be that. You see what I'm saying? I done had guys that I knew, the ones that was broke, they went to jail. I dated one guy, he was a baller. That dude went to jail the first time, of course, after he was arrested, but he never went back again. He was paying out continuances. Now I ain't gonna lie, he was paying like 15 racks per continuance, but he never went to jail. You see what I'm saying? And then they finally got rid of his case at the end of that. But you got, what I'm saying, when you are playing this game, you gotta have that sack. You gotta have that sack.
Yeah, but Cosby had more money than Kells, and he had that stack, and
Oh
they still got
yeah.
him with the civil suit with Judy Huth, and they about to get him with another civil suit.
Now wait,
So,
who is this person that he's? Well, who is this person? The new person.
Judy Huth. I don't know if you ever checked it, but it was some young girl that said when she went to the Playboy Mansion with Bill Cosby, he took her inside a room that was full of people, and a bunch of
Mm-hmm.
actors were all over the place. But he took her inside a room in the game room that was full of people and molested her. And the friend left her there, and that was it. And she stayed there for 4 hours later and enjoyed herself drinking martinis. Like it made no damn sense.
Right, and
Now you gonna tell me
that
this is
came,
actually filed?
yeah, that came from the Secrets of the Playboy documentary. That's why I told people, if you go back and watch that Secrets of the Playboy documentary on Hugh Hefner, they said it was about Hugh Hefner, but soon they talked about Hugh Hefner for about 5-10 minutes into it, and then they talked about Bill Cosby. They talked about Don Cornelius. They talked about other black entertainers that came through the Playboy Mansion that was so happily, so supposedly, was taking it, taking it there with these females.
Yeah, I'm gonna check that out. That sounds crazy.
Daddy's Little Freak, a fictional book. So wait, so you guys tell me this is an actual filed lawsuit? Is filed like it's an actual civil suit? Like they really are getting him again?
She
Bill,
won the
yeah,
first one. They won one already. They're about to go for another one.
Oh,
that's just like the George Foreman situation. You know what I'm saying? But for me, it's like this though. Like if you look at history though, and this is something I've been saying, we have to look back at history. How is it that a narrative that derived from a time in this country where our people wasn't the our people wasn't benefiting from this term? When you talk about the word grooming, when you hear the word grooming, you think about our ancestors going through what they went through during that time. We hear about how how the younger ladies was groomed by the masters and things of that nature. Now all of a sudden, how is it now in this day and age that we hearing about Michael Jackson grooming little boys? We hearing about R.Kelly grooming these females. You hearing about George Foreman grooming these females. Now it seems like all of a sudden now our people have become people that groom females or groom people into situations that turns out to be that way. I just can't buy that. How? Like
mhm.
why? How ironic has the roles turned? You know what I'm saying? Now all of a sudden we the groomers when we were the one who's been groomed for over 400 years.
Well, see, that's the way that's what has to happen, to be able to get us out of here. They turn the script, flip the script around. Now we become the predators. You know.
Right. So when our younger kids come along, when they start talking about the term groom and they start looking into grooming, they gonna see people that look like them. Versus how we got it when we came along. We know the term groom. We heard that in history class. We heard that during, when we talked about slavery. You
Mhm.
hear about our people being groomed into these, particular type of people. But now all of a sudden when you hear the term groom, now Bill Cosby grooming, Mike grooming, Kells, George Foreman, the list goes on. Like how did we become experts at this?
Mhm.
That's a very interesting point because if you notice, they were grooming us to wear masks. And from the time you wear a mask on your face, you're three-fifths of a human being. You're no longer a whole human anymore. So even if you took a look at it from that aspect, they've been grooming us for a minute. And then on top of that, the main grooming we've seen is from schools and Disney
Yeah.
and the FBI.
Anybody that control a narrative could be considered someone who's grooming. If you control the narrative, you grooming someone to believe what you are saying.
Mhm.
Right.
Religion is a form of grooming.
Yeah, religion is it's tricky within itself.
Hmm.
It is
But
definitely
when
tricky
did
within
but then even when you look into history, religion didn't become a thing until they was trying to figure out how to control our people. Let's get them to believe something that false, false. Get them believing in something that's false. They got us waiting, telling us that something's gonna just fall out of the sky and come back and save all our people from this bondage that we living in. And our ancestors, I guess they bought into it.
Well, I kind of disagree with you on that one, Big Bob, because when you check the other societies, what we're fighting now is for Christian principles, which is innocence over guilt. Anything we do with Kells is actually more Christian than any other religion because it's innocence over guilt. All the other religions are based on guilt over innocence. So let's say if he was in India or one of them cases, they would have done a bunch of people with rocks. They would have thrown them. Even the places in Africa, they do that.
They stone you, but who? But that's a whole nother conversation. But I don't have a religion, man. I don't. I believe in a higher power, but I don't follow people that tell me what I should follow or how I'm following. Some that
Yeah.
may not be the right. Nah,
You ain't supposed to follow nobody. You follow God. Fuck the rest.
follow. That's it. Follow the man. Believe in him. Have faith in him. Acknowledge him. And the rest of these people that sit around pass collection plates. You know, you used to go to church. They had three offerings. Now you go to church. They take up money 30 every 30 minutes on the hour. They passing that money around.
well, you know what? The having the funny thing with the religion. Hold on, let me get back to kind of came off the page. The funny thing with religion is um after you have, because I was baptized Catholic, but I'm non-religious now. But after you've been in private schools and especially Catholic school, and they're gonna make you go and do your religious studies and CCD training and all that type of stuff. As you learn and analyze the information, you learn and you see the gaps in religions, you know. And then when you start to understand all the different religions there are, somebody can't be right. You see what I'm saying?
Too
Somebody
much.
ain't gonna make it through the pearly gates, and somebody is not right. Just the fact
Hmm.
alone that there's so many religions it's an automatic controversy. But then when you also just study the American history and how we conquered lands in the name of religion, you know, Christianity. Then
Mm-hmm.
you start to really get a scope of the big picture of what happened. So, and if you're a rational person and you can analyze the stuff, you really kind of see what happened, and then you can go from there and decide. But it's not hidden. You know what I'm saying? It's not hidden information.
No, it's out there for people to accept. That's just like even with even like no lie though. But it was one of them things for me. I had to unlearn everything that I have learned. I had to go back and unlearn that stuff because even school is a form of grooming. School wasn't a thing back in the day. They didn't even want us to know how to read. All of a sudden, when we become free, all of a sudden they come up with this curriculum now. Now, since we are free, they're going to teach us what they want us to know, not what we should learn.
Mm-hmm.
And even more so, they try to teach us how to think, which I find is
Ah,
even more detrimental because
man.
people are running for these shots. I'm trying to tell them like basic things. I'm like, look at this number, look at this number. It doesn't add up, and they still running for it. It's like because the TV tells them. You know what I'm saying? Our children are raised by the television. But the main problem with all society, I'm gonna show you this big box. I know you're gonna check it out. If you check on NIH website, the main problem with all society is that we are married at a rate of 5 times less than other races. So 3 to 5 times less, sometimes more. So
Wow.
all society is destroyed like that. That was the linchpin. That was
And
MLK
back in
and
the day,
OBJ.
marriage was pushed. You know what I'm saying? That's why our ancestors was married, and that's why they stayed married through all the time. We like how you dealt with our grandfather, and he got 2, 3 different families. But marriage was something that was, they believed in it back then. Now, I'm not saying everyone do it now. Marriage is a fashion show, bro.
I mean, but it shouldn't be.
And
I
it
think
shouldn't,
that is
right? It
the
shouldn't be.
biggest downfall of our race and our culture
Yeah.
is the removal and the denouncement of marriage. That right
Hmm.
there ended us. You don't have to get married, you could just have a baby. Huh?
Hmm. And
What?
back then, when grandfather came, when an older guy came to date a younger female, whatever it may be, guess what that woman say? If I'm gonna give my daughter away to you, you gotta marry her. You
Yes.
know what I'm saying? That's what it used to be. But
Yes.
now that ain't what it is. Some of
What are
these
your
mamas,
intentions for my daughter?
yeah.
That's the question that the daddies used to ask the guys. What are your intentions for my daughter? But then you got some of the women so crazy, they going along with it. Like, shoot, I ain't gotta marry him. I
Hmm.
mean, this is my thing. You got your choice. However, when you talk about best practices and the best outcome for your child, having a two-parent household and quote unquote in a committed relationship, that's one of the best scenarios for your child to have. Two people opting in and committed to raising that kid together. there's
Hmm.
there's no greater thing. And then as society denounced women, made them the B word and degraded them and diminished their value and even importance in the culture. And that kind of made men just think that they could do this thing by themselves and really survive and be great on their own, you know,
And,
and,
and
and
also the women though, by the attack by the government on the men, by saying, by removing the men from the house, telling
well,
the women that, hey, but and I'm saying they did it during the time where the guys, the fathers had to go fight a war. No, I'm not sure most of these fathers wanted to go fight for this country, but had to go fight, and in the midst
oh
of them
yeah,
going to fight, the mother had to go and get welfare. So when the father returned back to this country thinking he can go home, they already told him up, like, look, if he come back, it's over. This is over with.
Well, see, that's the part I gotta kind of, because going for the military is one thing, but you don't have to go on welfare. You see what I'm saying? And I don't want to show my conservative side, because I really am not in agreement with any of that unless you are
Right.
disabled or you have some type of mental illness.
I agree.
But the men, I don't feel that they should have been able to live in the house, because to me, you're taking away some of the responsibilities of the man. The way I was
Right.
raised is the man is the head of household, and he's the
Household.
one who takes care of the house. He's the breadwinner.
Right.
Now it might be old and traditional, but it is what it is. So I don't feel like no man should be laying up in no house with no family, and he's the one that's supposed to be the breadwinner. So I kind of have
Right.
to support them in that theory.
But the thing about it is this too. But you gotta understand now. Like during the time that they did that, right? The guys went off to war. Then they did the Women's Right Act. The right for women to work. So you gotta understand when these guys came back from war, what their jobs was it? Because now the women are working in these factories. The women are doing the jobs that the men used to do. So it's almost as like they put the way that they did it, it mostly impacted us because it's just was our people barely had the ability to think really, But then you put them in a situation where they got to make a choice, like then how they were treated. I read stories about like when our brothers went to war back then, like they would capture people, and the people that they captured was being treated better than them. And then you bring them back, then there's nothing in place for these soldiers when they come back. And not only that, when they come back, they all are strung out on drugs because they wasn't giving them medication. They was over there on heroin.
Yeah, now that's a fact, because they definitely didn't have any services, and that's also one of the social ills that we are still suffering today. They are still in this modern day not coming back to adequate medical care and services and resources in their community. Still today, that's an active social ill that we are dealing with. But you are so correct. It's kind of, but it's bad too, because I don't remember if back then they were getting like a pension. I mean, getting any money back, because I don't recall, because my dad, he fought in the war, and I don't ever remember. You know how like now guys that went to the military, they get like checks and stuff. I don't
I don't
remember
think
my
they had
mom
it back
getting a
then.
check for my dad though.
I don't remember. I don't know if they had it back then. Look how long it took them to honor the airmen, those 7 guys or whatever it was.
Yeah, Tuskegee Airmen.
Look how long it took them to recognize those brothers.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah, as far as I know though, they didn't get no checks, but they got like they would get deals on housing. Like my father, that's how my parents got their first house. Like after he came from back from Vietnam, he got a deal on housing and stuff like that. So you would get a lot of deals, and you would get access to like what is it, bonds and stuff a lot easier. So you did get a few advantages being in the military. Yeah.
Okay, because I swear I don't remember her or him saying nothing about no check coming from him. Now I know when he used to work, working check, but nothing from, I don't remember no military, none.
Yeah, but the thing about it is you have to actually watch the paper. You had to watch the paper at that time to see actually where all the benefits were going. If you did not read the paper on a regular basis, you want to see the little advertisement they putting out for the GIs and stuff like that with the banks.
Hey, baby girl,
it wasn't well clapped.
Yeah, but I feel like though I would love it. Like I can see this. I can see a lot of things within this world changing if we went back to our heritage as far as marriage and the father being in the home. That will reduce teen pregnancy. That will reduce a lot of these guys out here that's killing themselves, shooting all this stuff because Back then it was like it was strict, bro. I came up. I think last. I was probably my last sibling that came up under the strict guidance of my grandparents. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Not my mama. My grandparents was the last level of people that I saw even married. I didn't see my mom married, my uncles, my auntie, none of them. My grandparents were married. That's
Wow.
it. So marriage wasn't something that was pushed down. There was, most of the time in most of these families that you see younger people getting married, it's because they have generations of marriages. This is the tradition. That wasn't what I saw. What I
No, no, because over the years, and it's amazing how quickly it went away. It was like right before our eyes, the whole um sacrament of marriage just kind of disappeared. Now I don't know if it was because a lot of people denounced religion, including myself, becoming non-religious. I don't know if it was due to that, but I still believe in the sacrament of marriage. You see what I'm
right,
saying?
right. I agree.
So besides everything, being spiritual and everything, but I believe in the sacrament of marriage. But I think that if that might have had something to do with it, but it just right before our eyes, the society just became, it was more baby showers and
Hmm.
than it was weddings. And that was just happening over time.
Man, you know what I just seen over the weekend, Sky? No lie. You ain't gonna believe what I tell you when I say it.
What was
I want you to hold your breath though. Might just hold your breath, man.
it?
Chat to everybody in the chat, I want y'all to brace yourself. I seen they have the gender reveal party, right?
Okay.
This woman had a baby daddy reveal party. I said, what in the hell
Oh my God.
has the world come to? The woman had a baby daddy reveal party.
Oh my God.
And the man she wanted to be a daddy went to daddy and she went running off
Oh,
like, oh boy.
and see, do you understand the term alone is why I don't have kids now? That was part of it. I mean, I was always raised to, you know what I'm saying, do it the white way is what I call it.
Yeah.
Married, then you had a baby, then you get the house. But I never wanted to be a baby mama. I never wanted to hold that title. And I used to hate it when people be like, "That's my baby daddy." It's like, what is a baby daddy? And what is a baby mama? I don't even like the term now. I just don't like it. It is so
Ratified.
right. What is this? Like, it's just so like not pleasant. It's not a
but
pleasant term.
but
Like,
they been disrespecting us for the longest though, man. Look at the movie Baby Kids, man. All that was about black family, a black woman with all these kids,
yeah,
different daddies,
yeah,
stepdaddy come through. Like
yeah,
this is what they think of us, man.
yeah. And do you remember the song that they had? That's just my baby daddy. That's just
Yeah,
my
that's just
baby
my
daddy.
baby daddy. Who that is?
Oh my God. I said,
Yeah.
Lord, transcend me right now, please. So I can't take it. I'm like, we just do everything just ghetto times a million. Like, hated it. I promise you I hate it. Well, let me see what they said. She said checks for military participants were only given if you had a permanent physical injury. They did not financially support treatment for post stress. So okay. Let me see. Right. I don't like that term. Look, Nene B good. Nene B with me say they don't like that term at all. Yeah, it's just horrible.
Baby dad. Come on, man.
Oh,
Then
baby.
now they got baby mama ain't she won't let me see my son.
Right.
That's the new song now.
My bad.
Baby mama ain't SHIT. She won't let me see my son.
But see,
She
that
get a
this is the
new
whole
dude.
problem. People don't even understand the dynamic of this. Like, not to say, now let me get on record, not to say, Because marriages, we know, and that was back when I last looked, all marriages were ending 50% in divorce. Not to say that marrying somebody is a guarantee that that person is going to stay married and stay in support of that child, but at least you are making your best effort and you giving it your best shot. That's all you could do is put your best foot forward and try and create that 2-parent household, and just pray that you all can work it out. Hopefully get the therapy you need to make it work, because I just don't believe in not trying. You know what I'm saying? Just not trying at all, and you just know we're gonna be BM and baby daddy. I just
Well, you know, it
you have
started
no
like,
commitment there. You know what I'm saying? You have
yeah.
no commitment.
Well, they married the state. They married to the state, and they get the security from the state. So instead of marrying a man, they marry the state, and the state is abusive. So if we got like color purple, people looking at the color purple, oh, back then black men were so harsh and mean. That was made by a white man. Roots. Oh, slavery was so bad. That was made by a white man. That was written by a white man. These are
Well,
all fake stories.
if somebody believes that the government or the state is gonna save them, I'm not even gonna argue otherwise. But I'm just gonna say, understand the government is a system, and when you understand what the word system is, you know what I'm saying, I rest my case. I mean, and you better sorry, but he ain't for none of that welfare. He ain't for them SNAP benefits or none of that. He will come in there and wipe that away. Keep on playing with him.
Well, I keep telling people, yo, if you keep calling for reparations, they're gonna enslave you. Because even when you sign up your name on that paper for that reparations, you're already in the system now. You're now a ward of the state. You're no longer a human. You're 3/5 of a human being. You're kind of like being taken care of. And people talking about, oh, we're going to get $850,000, but it's going to be more than one check, right? It's going to be more than one. So I'm like, y'all just waiting to get your kids taken from you. It don't make no damn sense. None at all.
Because people are under the false misconception. That might have been a double negative. Under the false conception that it's free benefits. Keyword free. What they don't understand is nothing in life is free, especially not those benefits that they're giving you. Because what it's costing you is your self-worth. It's costing you your self-esteem. It's costing you your self-motivation, and it's also costing you your freedom, because you can't stay nowhere that they tell you can't stay. You can't have nobody stay there that they tell you can't stay there in that residence. You see what I'm saying? And see, when they look at that to me is more of a cost than any type of financial amount that you could put on it. But
But the
people,
thing I try to tell people is El Chapo was in jail and he had to be paying millions to try to get broken out. He still ain't getting broken out. So how much money is worth your freedom? It don't make sense.
yeah. Nobody's gonna tell me what block I have to live on. They're not gonna tell me how much income I can make. I can't live within your means, under your rules, and you determine who can stay at my house. It's certain things that just don't fit my regiment. Each to their own, but I'm serious about my freedom. My freedom is basically what I explained within. It's not just. It's financial freedom, is control of my lifestyle, it's control of the location I live at, it's control of who's around me. You know what I'm saying? When you live in these low income areas, in these housing, you don't control who's around you. The person, whoever they move in there, is who you gonna stay around. You see what I'm saying?
Fact.
That's not for me. But each to their own. But yeah, I just want people to stop and think when it comes to that topic. Stop and think. It's not what you think it is. It's not free food stamps. It's not free cash. It's not free medical. And what people don't understand is if you stay on it, you don't have a retirement plan. When they go and you get older and you are still on a state service, and let's say you do own a property, they gonna take control of your household, okay? Unless you have a family member that's living in that household, that's gonna keep the state from taking it. But other than that, they gonna put a lien on your crib, you know, because that benefit of Medicaid that you getting is not free. You see what I'm saying? See, people don't understand the nooks and the crannies of this here system that's out here. But I do a longer story on that because people need to understand what's really going on. You know, they think like, yeah, I got my SNAP card. I'm about to go. Yeah, okay. It's a D-Day minus. When D-Day come, that's the part that's when they're gonna be like, oh, yeah.
Well, I was there talking to some college educated quote unquote people the other day, and the thing about going to college is that it's kind of like being a rap star, because you go into debt for like $100,000 or $150,000 or whatever to try to get a job, and your job may or may not pay 30 to 50,000. Now that you got to pay for the next 10 years or so out of your debt. You got to pay your debt back. If you don't pay your debt back, your credit score is done. Then you can't get a proper job. You can't get a proper house. You can't get a proper apartment. You can't even start your life. Who
Well,
wants to marry somebody who's 150 grand in debt?
well, first, second, and third, fourth, fifth, and sixth of all, if you haven't paid attention to that fact that you just said, then you need to be in that situation, because now college is definitely under inflation and the cost of going to college has increased. However, I would never sign up for that much debt to go to any college. And I learned even in my pursuit of my education, I should have went to a junior college first, got all my electives out the way, and then went into a university to finish up and do your major classes. You see what I'm saying? That way you're cutting that fee in half. You're also getting a easier curriculum when you're first getting out. You're also getting the opportunity to be kind of like on an adult on your own and transition into the college phase. And then you could also during that time determine if it's really for you versus going straight into a university, racking up that bill. You might not be doing so good in your classes, and you know, like I experienced, got put out. You know what I'm saying? So I have this. I looked at this whole thing different, you know, after I did it. But I've had friends that talking about some, yeah, I'm going back to get my master's, getting them loans, like you saying, 100+ K in debt. You'll never pay that off. It's attorneys and lawyers that can't even pay they and doctors that haven't paid their student loans off because they can't afford it. So you are setting yourself up into a trap. So and I just pray that people look at go to see, some people want to go to Yale and Harvard. Now, granted, that name on your resume is gonna ring bells. However, that bill on your back is gonna mess your credit up and it's gonna wear you down for the rest of your life. You know what I'm saying?
Facts. And the
You
thing
got
about it too, back in the day, Yale and Harvard used to cost $1,700 for a year, and now not no more. It's like
no,
that was
probably
in the
nowhere
70s.
near that. I would go to, like I call it, directional school. You know, like in Illinois, you got northern, you got southern, eastern, western. I would go to something like that in your state. Find the cheapest. You know, you don't want to go to no college that's like bootleg, but still have good, you know, accreditation and everything. But trying to get that big name, man, you're gonna be paying for that the rest of your life.
Facts. That's why all these people popping out, Gerald Griggs and all these people, like these are all college people who couldn't get real jobs. It's like, oh, Derogatis got money, let's go. And they come out there, they talk pretty, and they get their money, and they put other black men under the bus because once they get paid, they don't care.
Mm-hmm. And that's pitiful. And I really hate that to what you said, because you can't get rid of that debt. That's 100K on your back for life. It's no getting rid of that. Even if they like they said, they offer you know, plans. If you're a teacher, if you work in a low income area, like they have different benefit packets for you. Not for that 100K though. You know what I'm saying? That's just gonna stay on you forever. That's just
But
bad deal.
people don't like to admit they've been conned though. That's the thing, because it's like if you going to college was so great and the amount of money you spent or debt you put yourself in was so great, why are you now so happy to get $10,000 in loan forgiveness? Like you sound stupid. You know what I'm saying?
10,000 is not a drop in the hat for 100K.
Exactly.
10,000 is not a drop in the hat for 50K, 40K, maybe 30K. But other than that, that's not a drop in the hat.
I was
You
telling
know?
people what you got to do is sue the schools. You got to actually sue the schools because these are predatory loan practices they're doing. And unless
Yeah,
you sue the
man,
schools
trust
and
me.
start removing your debt, but all that other stuff where you begging the government, like that means your college degree is worthless.
I bet
Because
if we go back minus and look at that fan print on that paperwork, I promise you we done signed something waiving our right. Waiving our right to sue. You know what I'm saying? I promise you it's in the fine print on the paperwork that we done signed in our admission statement. I promise you.
we all be out, man. My phone at 5%. I must sound like I'm underwater by now, yo.
Okay. Thank you for
All right,
coming
man.
up. We should get out of here anyway. It's 2:17. All right, I'll see
Yeah.
you next time. Thanks for coming up.
Hey, no doubt, sis. And much respect, yo. Keep hope alive. Yeah.
Yes, we gonna
All right,
maintain. Thanks, Midas. All right, you guys. So if nobody wants to come up. Um, let me put this. Okay, the link is pinned at the top. All right, you guys, we're gonna get out of here. You know, we done chopped it up. We kind of got off the Kells topic, but you know, it's sometimes when you gotta talk about you know, and that's what my channel's about, talking about real life situations in real time, you know, in a real way and in a real understanding. Um, but pay attention to what was said in regards to that was a great point that he brought up with college. When you do pursue that, it's just not something you run into. It's something that should be researched. The college that you choose to go to should be researched. The finances, how you're going to pay for it, what they're going to pay for if you get a scholarship, um all of that. The accreditation, what is the school properly accredited? You know, it's a lot of things that need to be looked at, you know. And always, like I said before, understand that when you sign up to go to college, college is something that's been put in place that basically prepares you to work for someone else. Now, granted, that education and that skill set, you know, you can use that to open your own business, but that's the main um that was the main purpose of, you know, having people go to college. So if you want to do more of be an entrepreneur, you would make more of the trade route, you know. You would get a trade, be an entrepreneur, meaning work for yourself. So um we talked about something else too. Oh, understand about the system. The system is exactly what it is. You know, go to Google and look up the word system. Nothing in life is for free, you guys. Nothing in life is free. Okay. Just because it doesn't cost you um anything monetarily doesn't mean it's not costing you something. You know, you just don't see it, you know, but it's always a cost. Everything costs something. Nothing is free. But thank you, everybody. Thanks for coming back to the channel for the winners. Um, I appreciate you guys for staying up. We will um what they say, did they say court was delayed? I think they said court was delayed. No, I can't remember if they said till Wednesday or Thursday, but we're gonna pray for Kells, keep Kells near the cross. Pray for BoJean that her and her team have the strength and the endurance to sustain this process. Pray that Kells has the ability and the sustainability to endure this process. This is a lot, you guys. Him being in court for one. Then you have, he got his co-Ds. Everybody has attorneys. You have that's a lot of moving parts. It's a lot of moving parts, So I just know I don't want to be anywhere in no situation like that. Watch the people around you. Don't trust anybody. Don't trust anybody. I mean, I should say don't fully trust anybody. You know what I'm saying? You gotta always put a level of trust in a few people. You let your guard down a little bit, but you don't fully break on down. Okay. But keep Kells near the cross. Just pay attention. This is a lot of buffoonery going on too. If you all came in late, make sure you go back and hit the like button. I read the motion that was submitted to quash. I wonder what they're trying to say, squash. Give me a second. Because I'm curious about that. Because I don't know if they misspelled that word. Because I've heard quash, but I don't know if that's... Let me see something real quick. Let me see what quash is. I guess it is a word. It says reject, avoid, especially by legal procedure. I guess it's a legal term. Yeah. It's a legal term. That's why I'm not familiar with it. But thank everybody for coming. Thank to everybody who has donated to the channel. You know who you are. Thank you to all the subscribers. If you're not subscribed, please hit the subscribe button. Thank you to the people who moderate for me. We'll come back again, hopefully this week, because I wanted to do a little bit more this weekend, but this week I'll try and come back and we could do some more panels, because this is where I'm able to get information and a real understanding on what's going on. And thank you for everybody who came up. Big Bye, Miss Lady T and Midas. You are appreciated. All right, you guys, we're going to get out of here. I don't have a beat for you. I'm not going to wear you out with my favorite song. Until next time. But as always, do everything in God's divine order. Do everything in the spirit of righteousness to make sure righteousness prevails. Sky Life loves y'all. Have a good night.